Hey guys, welcome back to Shane Complains. First off, thanks for clicking on this video. It's much appreciated. Now, today is the 28th, February 28th. Nintendo has had their presentation, the Nindies, where they show off or they talked about their upcoming titles for, their upcoming indie titles for the Nintendo Switch. Now, there's a lot of them. There's about 64 of them. I mean, they didn't mention all of them, but some of them that stood out. I mean, well, I read a list of some of them. Well, Shakedown Hawaii, Overcooked Special Edition, of course, Yooka-Laylee, Steamworld Dig 2. Let's see, the Escapists 2, Stardew Valley, Runner 3. And there's some others, there's all these different kinds. Actually, there's some that weren't mentioned, that were said that the company talked about before, like Thumper, Perception, Ultimate Chicken Horse, Rogue Trooper Redux, NBA Playgrounds, I'm kind of curious about. The Binding of Isaac, of course, Fast RMX, Shovel Knights, of course, you heard about that one, and Shovel of Torment, and also Shovel Knights Treasure Trove. There were just so many of them. I mean, definitely could search for them and find a complete list. I'll definitely try my best to put the list below for the ones I found. But this is very, like Mr. Shifty, it's very like an interesting game. Like this person can like attack you and disappear kind of thing. It's just very interesting. Some of these are very interesting. But some of them that really stood out to me, I'm just going to name my top 3. And they're not going to be, like the typical one, like you guys heard many times about Yooka-Laylee. You guys heard about that, seen that many times already. You guys know about Shovel Knights already. But 3 of them that really stood out to me, honestly, is the number one, Pocket Rumble. Now, Pocket Rumble reminds me a lot of the Street Fighter style. It's like a nice looking fighting game, like the old time old time fighting games, like the ones that are probably not around now, but the old time ones that I played before in Super Nintendo and all kinds of stuff. So that's what definitely I don't really care to get a demo for that one. I'm definitely gonna be playing that one. That looks very interesting to me. And luckily for me, that actually released the release date, or no release date, but it's gonna be released in March. So that's definitely one of them. What is the next one? I believe it was, Shakedown Hawaii. Shakedown Hawaii, to me, reminds me of Contra. That's what really stood out to me about that game. It reminds me a lot of Contra. A lot of shooting. It seemed like you would burn the trees and all kind of stuff. It looks very unique, very interesting. But it reminds me a lot of Contra. Contra, that was a game I played. God knows how many hours I spent, how many hours on that game. That looks so amazing to me, so damn amazing. I know it was like a two-player game. It was just it's like an unbelievable game, and I definitely can't wait to play that game. So the next one I want to talk about, I didn't really get to see too much of it. It didn't actually show too much of it, but I'm really just curious how it is. I think it definitely is a remake. I know that definitely is a port, and it probably was on other systems before, and I'm definitely gonna look at the more detail about it. But Rogue Trooper Redux, not like the snippet, the trailer looks very nice. So I definitely want to look into that one. I definitely want to look at that. I want to see what that one's really about. But overall, the presentation looked really good, and the fact that they have 64 indie titles coming. And after Friday, when the system's released Friday, March 3rd, there is going to be continuous release of indie titles each and every week. Now, that is something to be kind of happy about. I know a lot of people are upset about, not going to be enough games, and after you play Zelda, what are you going to play, and all that kind of stuff. But the fact that you're going to have 64 titles, a new one every week, it says a lot that Nintendo is really trying to make sure that there's always content coming, but at a nice pace, not all 64 titles in 1 month kind of. That'd be kind of ridiculous to begin with. Let's say 32 titles in the next 2 months. Boom, right there. You know, they're just trying to slowly, like easily, like not slowly, but like slowly is a word, to like space them all out and let people enjoy in each every game. I mean, I believe I never play any indie titles at all. Be honest with you, but from what I understand, they're like smaller games. You know, nothing crazy. So you could probably play for a week, wait for the next one to come out, and play another title. But like I said, those are definitely 3 titles I'm looking forward to. But if I had to pick one, it would definitely be Pocket Rumble. Because like I said, it reminds me of a fighting, like a old time fighting game. You know, it looks really, really unique. And the one I'm kind of, like I said, I'm curious about to see how it is the NBA Playgrounds. That's another one I'm trying to curious about. I just seeing the title. I didn't see any footage of it or whatever. But I definitely want to know what that one's about. That I'm more curious about. But it's my top 3. Definitely number 1 would be Pocket Rumble. What's the name from the bottom up? What titles are shown so far. I wish they showed Rhyme. I wish they really showed that one. That game looks very, very nice. I wish they like at least that showed it, but like give it an exact date. I don't think there's an exact date for it yet. Correct me if I'm wrong. Comment below. Correct me if I'm wrong. But they got a lot of content coming, a lot of games. I know it's only indie titles, so people are probably not excited. But at the end of the day, it's still content. It's still content for the system. I mean that it's gonna be very tough. To complain about that now. I mean, yes, people want AAA titles, but there is content. Now, people say the system was rushed and all that kind of stuff, but there's going to be a lot of content for the system when it releases on Friday. Today's the 28th, like I said, the 28th, so there's about 2 more days or so, and the console's going to be released, and let's see what happens. I mean, like I said before, many, many, many times, I think this console's going to be amazing. All we do is wait and see what happens. See what the customers do. See what the people do with it. But definitely we'll be trying these games out. Like I said, I've never been an indie title player. I mean, I never played indie titles because I only play my main games like the first party games and maybe 1 or 2 AAA titles, whatever, and that's all I had time for because I'm always working or something like that. But now with the console, the Switch console, the portability, like I said, it's gonna be very give me a better chance to actually play my games, be a more avid gamer, if you will. But anyway, guys, comment below, let me know what title or what couple titles that stood out for you. If it's 1, 2, 3, whatever amount of titles that stood out for you that you're excited about. Just comment below and let me know. And just we'll wait and see what actually happens. Does this help the Switch? Does it not? I mean, let's see. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope all is well, you guys. And Shane from Shane Complains. You all have a good one.